It's June 2018 and I'm going to be listing this nice vertical Perkins engine on eBay for sale. I've been dealing with these model hit and miss engines for a long time, and I have yet to run across, well, I'll change that. I should say this is the first vertical Perkins I've ever run across. I'm going to try and do this video here in one take. I've run out of sunshine here and there are some thunderstorms on the way within the next 20 minutes or so. And I'm going to have to pack up outside here. So, please excuse any of my mistakes. I didn't weigh this engine yet. I believe it weighs, I would say, close to 60 pounds. Now, what I'm doing here for running it, so I don't get this all discolored and messed up as far as scattering any oil or anything out on any of the freshly polished parts, this is the muffler that comes with it. I put this part on here just to shoot the exhaust out away from the engine because I didn't want to mess up any of the nicely polished parts. So I have that off right now. If you'd like this piece along with the engine, if you buy it from me on eBay, just ask me for it. I'll send that along with it. I didn't get a chance to do a lot of tuning on it. I've been trying to get it to run as slow as I can, and that would be moving this collar with the spring tension here for the governor weights, moving it upward to take away the spring tension. I have it running a little bit faster right now than I'd like to, but like I said, I'm running out of time to work outside here, so kind of is what it is. This is the fuel tank for it. I'm running this canned 4-cycle fuel I picked up at Home Depot, mainly because it doesn't have any methanol in it. That's just pure gasoline with some preservatives in it. You can run naphtha in this, or Coleman fuel, which is basically naphtha as well. Flywheels are 9 inches. The engine stands from the bottom here to the top is around 25 inches tall. I don't know the exact scale of this one. Please be careful when you're running it. Be very careful, because if you got your finger in this hole here with the crankshaft coming down the bottom of the connecting rod, you're surely going to lose a finger. Do not put your finger in there. The ignition for this is a low tension coil. You can see it up in there. There's a tag on that. It's an original old low tension coil, and you will see that in my eBay ad. A good shot of that. These are the electrical contacts for that. They're marked black and red, though I think on this type of coil you could get the positive and negative wrong. It's still going to work. Ignition switch here. And I'm running that on a rather weak 12-volt gel cell battery right now, and that is not included in the sale. You're going to have to get your own battery. The wire is not included in the sale, so you're going to have to get your own power supply. This is a really nice engine, a nice showpiece, that's for sure. And it runs great. I made this and including this with the engine. This is crowned at the top, so you can run here a flat belt pulley. And in it I have a one-way bearing that I use to start these engines. It freewheels in the one direction, in the other direction it grips. And people really like these because on a hot day like today, you don't have to sweat your butt off turning and starting these things. It comes with a drill chuck that goes in the one-way bearing. Just makes them really easy to start. Again, the coil underneath is a low tension coil. This is a make-break ignition system. When the points are closed, that would be in that direction. They charge up the coil, and when they open, when they break, that's when you get your spark. The coil loads up with electric, and the points open, and right at the point where they open, you get a spark. I have the timing set at about 6 or 7 degrees before top dead center. I don't have a lot of advance in the timing. I would, again, on setting the speed, you would move this collar up and down to change your tension on these springs. Don't move this up and down, because this is really, this mechanism here, this lockout for the exhaust valve is really tricky to set. So this is right where it should be. Don't mess with this one. If you're going to change the speed, you can move that collar around, and it only takes little movements to change the RPM at where the exhaust valve gets locked out and it freewheels. And then when it goes down to a certain speed, the weights come back in, and then it allows the exhaust valve to work as normal. So I'm going to fire it up here. Let's go on the carburetor real quick. This is like a choke here. You can see up underneath here your air inlet, and this is where I had it running. I noticed when you start it, and you'll see that it's going to be a little rich. So I open this up a little bit, a little bit more air in, and then close it back up for running, because then it becomes too lean. There's a mark here on the fuel mixture. I have it almost straight back from the stop here. This would be, that's closed. So once I got this where I wanted it, as far as the way it ran best, then I worked with this like a choke a little bit, you know, opening it up a little bit to lean it up a little bit, or close it to richen it a little bit. So once you have this set, you can use your choke here, so to speak, here to fine tune it. And if it starts loading up on you, you can give this a twist, and that'll open up the air inlet more and allow more air in, and that's going to start to lean out. So then you're going to want to close this a little bit. And there's a drip oiler here. Opened that up. I'm out of oil right now, but I ran pretty much through there. That's for your cylinder lubricant. But I do have some castor oil in with the fuel for upper cylinder lubrication. For shipping, I'm probably going to take this pulley off of here, and the gas tank screws off. I have some Teflon tape here, and I'll take the exhaust off so it's not so high, and then I wrap it. I have some industrial grade bubble wrap, and I just wrap and wrap and wrap these things up, and it becomes like a big bubble wrap ball. And then I never had any trouble as far as shipping goes, so it will be well protected for shipping. Let's fire this guy up. I've talked enough here. So we have our plus and minus. Again, I haven't run this very much here. Let's see what we get. It's probably going to be rich when it starts, and then I'm going to open that up, lean it up just a little bit. Open that up. Let it clean out. close it back up a little bit. I like to get them so they just draw in once. It takes one intake, gulp, one, and fire. So you can fine tune that with your choke here, and just leave that in this position. I'd like to get it so it runs a little bit slower, but like I said here, I'm running out of time before it's going to start raining. I don't think you can tell here by the phone, but I'll tell you what, it's quite loud. It has a nice crisp pop to it. Really good compression. I think my ears are going to be ringing for the rest of the day. Back off here so you can hear me. I have it running right now, just like I like to have these things running, as far as it pretty much always taking in just one gulp of air for your intake charge, and it fires right away. If it's not doing that for you and it's blowing out black smoke, then it's because it's rich, you have too much fuel going to it. And you need to open up and allow it some more air, open that choke up, or back off on the fuel mixture and turn that in a little bit so it's not so rich. For show, you can take the one-way bearing out. There's one set screw or grub screw holding in the one-way bearing, and you can take that out. It's all nice and polished in there if you don't want to leave the bearing in it. Got a little ridge there. I had a little bit of black smoke going on. Open that up, give it some air. Try that. I had it on the rich side. So I recovered it by leaning it out by opening up the choke and allowing more air in there, which leaned up the mixture and let it recover. There really is no one good setting for the mixture, because this is going to be different depending on your altitude and the humidity and the temperature. You'll have to fuss with this a little bit. But I always like to show how, when I'm finished with my engines, how well they run. And down here, since we're coming up to 15 minutes, down here we have an off-on switch. We're going to turn it off. And there we go. A very nice running, nice displaying Perkins Vertical engine. Like I said, I really haven't seen any of these. I have no idea who made the casting kit for this one.